The year is 672 AD. Facing a crushing defeat at the hands of an Arab invasion fleet waiting on the water below Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire was left with just one hope. With calculated efficiency, they released their ships to meet the enemy's massive fleet. Then, at the precise moment, Byzantine drone ships sprayed a secret formula from their prows. Soon, the decisive result was a decimated Arab invasion fleet. With no naval support, the Arab army was forced to retreat. When the Great Siege of Constantinople was lifted in 678 AD, it was the secret formula of Greekfire that played a crucial role in its successful defense. Hello everyone, my name is Craig, host of Medieval to Modern. We feature fascinating information from civilization's medieval ages. Thank you for joining us today, and please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help grow this channel. Callinicus of Heliopolis is credited with the invention of Greek fire by Theophanes the Confessor. Callinicus was an architect and scientist who fled Syria because of an Arab invasion in 668 AD. He came upon this mixture after experimenting with different concoctions, sending the successful one to the Byzantine Emperor for protection of his domain. It was Byzantine engineers that developed the syringe-like siphon and nozzle to deliver Greek fire, which happened before Callinicus arrived. Therefore, it is believed he provided a more lethal formula for Greek fire, not its original formula. When it came to fighting fleets on the high seas, Greek fire was one weapon enemies of the Byzantine Empire feared most. Its horrendous fire and smoke made living nightmares for those whose ships were sprayed with Greek fire. Water could not stop its raging flames for a good period of time, and it stuck to whatever it made contact with, roaring like a huge beast as the spray approached its target. Only a peculiar mixture of vinegar, old urine, and sand was said to be effective in putting out these flames. Greek fire was not only dangerous to its enemies, the medieval superweapon had to be used with extreme care due to its volatility. It could not be used in choppy seas or upon unstable water. It could not be used in high winds. As for deployment, Greek fire was believed to be effective in a range of a few dozen yards. The Byzantines knew how to heat, pressurize, and deliver the incendiary mixture through the medieval version of a flamethrower. They called the mechanism a siphon and kept a safe distance away from enemy ships so they too would not become victims before releasing the liquid. The use of Greek fire was not only restricted to water. Clay pots of Greek fire were used like medieval grenades and projected onto enemies, or sprayed from portable pumping machines. These pots were also launched by catapults into fortifications. Therefore, Greek fire was used for both offensive attacks as well as defending. Today, it is known that Greek fire will not reveal its secrets easily. Even when medieval foes were able to capture the substance, they were unsuccessful in their efforts to reverse engineer this mixture. For example, in 814 AD, when the Bulgarians took Debaltos, along with 36 siphons and Greek fire, they were unable to use it. In addition, they could not figure out a way to deliver the deadly substance upon their enemies. So, what is Greek fire? The Byzantines called it Roman fire, sea fire, war fire, or liquid fire. Military manuals and historical chronicles of the time are our only sources of information to solve this mystery. However, there is no known information to find all of the actual ingredients used for Greek fire. Today, it is widely accepted that Greek fire has no explosive components, as saltpeter was thought in the past to be a possible ingredient for producing a thunder and smoke effect. Another important fact is the absence of saltpeter before the 13th century in Europe or the Muslim world, which had brilliant chemists during the medieval period. Byzantine princess Anna Komnene, author of the Alexiad, gives the following partial description of Greek fire against the Normans in 1108. Start of quote. This fire is made by the following arts. From the pine and certain such evergreen trees, inflammable resin is collected. This is rubbed with sulfur and put into tubes, and is blown forth by men using it with violent and continuous breath. Then, in this manner, it meets the fire on the tip and catches the light and falls like a fiery whirlwind on the faces of the enemies. End of quote. Research indicates that light petroleum or naphtha from the Crimea region was used in the Greek fire formula. This would then be used in a mixture with pitch, sulfur, pine resin, quicklime, and bitumen. The process of combining these volatile ingredients would have been very dangerous in medieval times, requiring specific, detailed knowledge. It is also widely accepted that Greek fire was a liquid substance and not a projectile. The fact that the substance burned on water and could not be extinguished by it suggests quicklime could have been one of the ingredients. Unlike saltpeter, it was known to Muslim and European warfare officials. However, it would have needed water contact to ignite, while there are period accounts that Greek fire was also poured directly onto vessels. We know Greek fire was used in a form of medieval grenade during land battles. Also, past research shows the effectiveness of quicklime in open water for destruction is quite underwhelming. Therefore, quicklime as a main ingredient for Greek fire does not seem likely. Saltpeter and quicklime are not candidates as primary ingredients for Greek fire. Today, researchers believe a refined petroleum was probably the key ingredient for Greek fire, with supply primarily coming from the Black Sea area. When one considers 6th century Greek scholar Procopius stated Median fire, used by Greeks, was called naphtha by the Persians, the odds of petroleum being a key ingredient of Greek fire increases. Greek fire was only one part of this deadly medieval superweapon. The Roman ships were specialized galley vessels with a furnace built at the front. A copper tank was then heated with a bronze tube used to project the pressurized contents. Enemies would see Greek fire pouring through the mouth of a decorated lion or land beast on the prow of Byzantine ships as it came towards them. In addition, the personnel that fired this mixture were also highly trained. The entire process was specialized so that no one person knew every detail behind making and using Greek fire. Therefore, if someone using this liquid were captured in battle, they could not reveal every detail behind operating the secret superweapon. For 7 centuries, Greek fire would continue to be the ultimate Byzantine weapon. It saved the empire's sovereignty for centuries, including resisting repeated sieges by Arab invasion forces against its key city of Constantinople. Though by the time of the Fourth Crusade between 1202 AD to 1204 AD, it appears Greek fire was no longer used or the formula had been lost. Why this happened is another unexplained mystery. To this day, all efforts to find the formula or duplicate it have been unsuccessful. Which brings us to that time at which we will share the Medieval to Modern Top 8 of intriguing facts about Greek fire. As our viewers know, we believe knowledge is ageless as well as enjoyable. Now, we shall present them all for your learning pleasure. Number 1. Greek fire was not the first incendiary weapon used in history, with references made to a flaming weapon as far back as the 9th century BCE by the Assyrians. Number 2. King Romanos II, who ruled the Byzantine Empire from 959 AD to 963 AD, ordered 3 objects to never reach foreign hands. They were the Byzantine imperial scepters, any princess, and the Greek fire. Number 3. Greek fire was initially used on other Greeks. In the year 514 AD, the Emperor Anastasios I used Greek fire on his own soldiers after a rebellion. Number 4. There is not just one formula for Greek fire. As it appears, the Byzantines were continually improving its effectiveness so that enemies could not defend against it. Number 5. The Byzantines referred to the discovery of Greek fire as a divine intervention. Number 6. For the Byzantine Empire, the formula of Greek fire was a state secret. Number 7. It was crusaders that came up with the name Greek fire for this liquid, though what they referred to was not as potent as the Byzantine version. Arabs called it Roman fire. Number 8. Today, many believe Greek fire is the medieval ancestor of napalm. Thank you for supporting us at Medieval to Modern. Please be sure to watch our next episode or one shown at the end of this video. Also be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and spread the word about this channel so we can create more exciting content. I wish you good tidings as we remember that sharing knowledge has been a noble deed throughout the ages.